We are back for another Tuesday afternoon with Hot Jobs with Hire Military. Hi, everybody. How are you? It's really lovely to see you here. Definitely let us know that you're watching. I want to know where you are watching from. Give me your sunny, warm, cold, whatever location. Tell me if you are looking for a direct hire opportunity, or if SkillBridge is more your wheelhouse, or if you're new to us here and you're just checking it out to see what we're talking about. And if that's the case, do you have any questions for us? We're here today to talk to the whole of the military community around employment, the employment search, and to be able to offer up and open up opportunities that we are working on at the moment. So if you have any questions at all about the job search, about your resume, about interviews, about SkillBridge, about anything to do with the military transition, or if you're a military spouse, anything to do there, or if you're a veteran, anything that's in your head at the moment and you want to know the answer to, please do give us those questions in the comments so that we can talk to you at the end of this and make this as interactive as possible. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Charles. Hey, Rochelle. It's great to see you. Regis, you're calling in from Pennsylvania. Lovely to see you. Svenja, Washington State. That's not too far away from me here. Somebody's asked about spouse hiring. We are here for the whole of the military community. So all of the roles that we have outside of the SkillBridge internships are open to spouses, veterans, and transitioning service members. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that as we go into this next 30 minutes. This really is our favorite half an hour of the week. We get to spend it with you to support, encourage, advise, as well as talk about the newest internships and roles that we have that we are working on at the moment. Like I said before, we are here for the whole of the military community. We get lots of questions about, can spouses listen? Is this for a spouse? Absolutely. Everything that we discussed today, except for the DoD SkillBridge internships, are roles that we have spoken to our corporate partners across the US, and they are looking to fill this role with either a veteran, a transitioning service member, or a military spouse. They want one of us. So I am talking to all of us today to try and move that train forward. Hey, Bambi, it's lovely to see you. Crystal, great to have you here. Lindsay, Haley, gosh, so many people joining us. If you haven't already, I really want to know how you heard about us. I would love to know so that we can share. We want to get the word out. We want everybody to join us as much as possible, week in, week out, so that we can spread the word and get the maximum opportunity for all of our roles out there into our marketplace. If you haven't already, definitely check out today's hot links on the event. There's a couple of bits and pieces that I want to draw your attention to. First of all, Mike Quinn, our CEO, he is delivering a Mastering LinkedIn webinar with the USO Transitions team. And the next one of those is November the 16th. So that's next Thursday. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's 2 hours long, and he will take you from creating a LinkedIn profile through to optimizing your seat at the table at LinkedIn in terms of connecting with those who have gone before you in the job search, being able to maximize your job search, and really creating your own network to help support your transition journey. If you can't make the 16th, or if you are a spouse and you want to go to a spouse-specific or oriented Mastering LinkedIn, he is doing the same session again with the spouses in mind, but the information is the same at 11 a.m. Eastern time, the following Monday, the 20th of November. So a couple of sessions there for you guys. If you are in the job search right now and you are actively submitting resumes, do spend a few minutes on our website. It's hiremilitary.us, and take a look at the resources section at the top. There you will find a article, a piece that we have written really about how to target your resume. And I really would love everybody who is in the application or submission stage right now who hasn't read this to take 5 minutes and read it, because I really do think it will reposition how you feel about your resume and really how you will position and submit a resume going forward. It really takes the idea of what a resume should be versus what you potentially have right now. It gives you an example of a role that you might be applying to, and it shows you step by step how to create a competitive document that really will support your application and hopefully open up an interview for you. So if you can't find that, or if you want us to drop you the link, put resume article, and we can do that here in the comments right now. James, watching in from Colorado Springs, lovely to have you here. Kyle, another week, another live Tuesday. Yeah, you are absolutely right there. Faith, it's great to see you too. Travis, any jobs in Charlotte, North Carolina? Hold this space. Absolutely. We've got an awesome one that we are sharing in about 10 minutes time. Whilst you're all in the chat and introducing yourselves, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I'm Lucy Robinson. I am one of the directors here at Hire Military. Have worked in the recruiting team here for 2.5 years, and my husband is active duty Air Force. So we are currently stationed in the interior of Alaska at Eielson Air Force Base, where today I like to give my weather report so that you can share in the misery with me. It is a balmy 16 degrees Fahrenheit, according to my computer. Matt, I'm going to hand over to you. Why don't you introduce yourself?
All right, thank you very much. It's 72 degrees here in East Tennessee, 60 degrees warmer. Anyway, so I'm Matt, one of the recruiters with Hire Military, Marine Corps veteran. Started working here about 2.5 years ago, started as a SkillBridge intern. Got hired on once I officially retired, transitioned out. I'm going to be sharing a lot of our direct hire positions. Well, really only like 3 of them so far, but we have a ton of them on our website. If you're interested in any of those, please be sure to put the name of the job that you're interested in into the chats. Ask questions. As long as we have time at the end, we'll do our best to answer all the questions. But please, reach out to us if you have anything you want to talk about. I'll turn it over to Kate.
Hey, I'm Kate Wood. I'm the recruiting manager here at Hire Military. I'm an Army veteran. My husband's still active duty, so now I'm on the military spouse side of things. And we are stationed at Oconus in Panama, as my husband's on special duty assignment here at the U.S. Embassy. So it is nice and warm, much warmer than Alaska. Sorry, Lucy. We're really excited. I'll be sharing some of the DoD SkillBridge internships roles with our community here today. It's great to see a lot of new names in the comments. So keep introducing yourself. Keep telling us what you're interested in. And we hope we can provide some of that information to you. But like Matt said, it's just wave tops today on the roles that we have. You can view all of our current openings at our website at hiremilitary.us. All right, back to you, Lucy.
Thank you, Kate. We have so many new people today. Kerry, lovely to see you. Jason, great to have you here. Luis, all good. Great people looking for roles in places that we have vacancies. So I can't wait to share those with you. Like both Matt and Kate just said, please don't just think as we talk about the positions that we discussed today, oh, Hire Military doesn't have anything for me. Be an active job searcher. Take a look at our website, hiremilitary.us. As you open up that page, you'll see 2 buttons, 2 links on the homepage. One is for those looking for DoD SkillBridge internships. The other is for those people who are looking for permanent roles, for direct hire. Go in there, take a look. There are so many more opportunities on both sides. And again, if you think, oh, nothing there for me, keep this 30 minutes on your calendar, because every single week we have new roles. We update our website ordinarily on a daily, if not every other day basis. So there's so much new information that we share every single day that we really want you to be privy to. Equally, if you would like emails from us about our newest and hottest roles, do join our talent pipeline. So next to those 2 buttons on our homepage, there are 2 other buttons. One's for those who want to hear about SkillBridge internships, and one for those who want to hear about permanent roles. So definitely connect with us in one way, shape, form, or another. Or, like everybody else has been doing here, drop a comment. We do read them all. And if there's anything further that we can share with you after this live event, we come back and we write comments. What I need you to know right now, and don't think, oh, I've asked for this information and they haven't dropped anything for me. As we are live, we cannot put URLs in the comments to address or to answer your question. LinkedIn doesn't like it. The algorithm spots them immediately and it deletes them out as soon as we hit the enter button. So give us some grace. We will come back and we will respond to you as quickly as we possibly can. So let's get going. As we discuss the roles today, if you are interested in one that we talk about, rather than write interested, please do put the name of the role. So if it's program manager, write program manager Charlotte as an example. Reason being, again, we can't drop those URLs right now, so we come back after the event. So we need to know which role you were interested in. But Kate really is going to head us off this afternoon, and she is going to be talking about the SkillBridge internships, or CSPs, as you may know them if you are Army. But Kate, before you get going on those, why don't you take a couple of seconds just to share with us who the DoD SkillBridge or the Army CSP internship program is available for?
Sure, absolutely. So like Lucy mentioned, here at Hire Military, we are able to offer DoD Skill Bridge internships or Career Skills Program internships to transitioning service members that are within their last 180 days on active duty service. So as you prepare to transition from the military, you are able to seek one of these internships. It is only available, this program, for active duty transitioning service members, or if you are a National Guard or reservist and you're activated on activated orders and then transitioning, you are also eligible for this program. But it is only for those that are on active duty and transitioning. Like we mentioned, it is calculated based on your ETS or your EAS from service. The program itself is allowed for up to 180 days of time during that internship. As we all know, each of the branches has some of their own stipulations on the length of the internship. And we typically see about an average of 110 days that those interns are able to complete the internships as well. We here at Higher Military do strive to have a high probability of full-time offer at the end of those internships. We really try to work with clients that have a dedicated headcount at the end of the internship. And if you succeed and really showcase yourself during that internship, you should have the likelihood of a full-time offer following your internship as well. But again, the DoD Skill Bridge program or Career Skills program is only available to those that are on active duty during their last 6 months of service in the military. If you have more questions specifically on the Skill Bridge program, I know there's a lot of intricacies to the program when it comes to seeking command approval or where to find different internships. So if you have questions specifically on the Skill Bridge program, you can type those in the chat and we'll try to answer them here today if we have time as well. So I'd love to dive in and just share a couple of Skill Bridge internships that we want to offer to our community today. The first that we have is an IT customer support technician. This is with our partner, the Community Colleges of Spokane, and it is located on site in Spokane, Washington. So they are seeking an IT customer support technician that will provide support for all of the college's technology equipment, such as computers, printers, imaging, and audiovisual systems, and more. This person will be the primary point of contact with their customers and will serve internal and external technology users as well. This role requires someone with a bachelor's degree or a combination of relevant experience and training. They would love someone that has a Microsoft MTA certification, A+ or Net+, and they really do have preferred experience for those that have experience with Mac operating systems, as well as Windows and the Microsoft MCSA as well. Just a side note on this particular partner, they are a very welcoming community. We've had SkillBridge interns that have been placed with the Community College of Spokane, and they don't just offer a job. They really do welcome you into the community and make sure that they can make it a great experience for you, not only professionally, but personally as well. So this is a really exciting opportunity for us to be able to offer our community. So we do have that IT customer support technician role. They also have a media maintenance technician role at the Community Colleges of Spokane. So if Spokane, Washington is your ideal location and you are open to a SkillBridge internship, you can just type IT customer support in the chat. We'll be able to get you that direct link, or we can provide you more information on that media maintenance technician role as well with the Community College of Spokane. Fantastic. Okay, the next role I have to share is an equipment technician. And this is located on site in Dallas, Texas. If you have tuned into one of our broadcasts before, you've probably heard us mention our fantastic partnership with Texas Instruments. The equipment technician role is a SkillBridge internship with Texas Instruments, and we do have additional spaces for their January 29th cohort. So if you are someone who's still looking for a SkillBridge internship and that timeline aligns for you, we would love to be able to speak with you and get you into that January 29th cohort. We do, however, have multiple cohorts throughout the beginning of next year for this equipment technician role in Dallas, Texas. So if this sounds of interest, just type equipment technician in the chat and we'll provide more information. But a little bit more about the role. All of our interns that we have placed with Texas Instruments to date who have completed the internship have been given a full-time offer following. So that goes to show just how invested Texas Instruments is in their DoD SkillBridge interns. And what really a fantastic opportunity is to join not only a well-known and reputable company, but also a very growing industry in the semiconductor industry as well. So this is a really great opportunity if that's kind of the lane that you want to go in. In this position, the equipment technicians perform a variety of different maintenance preventative maintenance, as well as equipment repairs and improvements and upgrades as well. For this position, they are looking for individuals that either have a technical or mechanical MOS in the military or experience, or if you're someone that just is mechanically inclined or mechanically aligned, if you have about 3 to 8 years of electrical or mechanical experience, they would really love to be able to have an opportunity to meet you. We would love, again, for those that are available to start January 29th, but we have other cohorts throughout the beginning of the year as well. And this SkillBridge internship does require a minimum of 90 days for the internship, just to make sure that you can maximize that experience of getting that on-the-job training and really understanding what Texas Instruments needs in terms of that equipment technician as well. So if you want to hear more on that, you can just type equipment technician in the chat. Or if Texas Instruments as a company is interesting to you as well, you can just type Texas Instruments. We also have locations in Utah, Lehi, Utah, if that's a location that's of interest to you upon transitioning from the military as well. All right, I have one final role to share for our DoD SkillBridge internships today. We have a production supervisor position in Stokesdale, North Carolina. Someone mentioned North Carolina before. I know that that is a very sought after location for our transitioning service members and our military population. And this company is also a huge proponent, a huge supporter of the military community. The production supervisor position is with our partner Masonite. And they are seeking this production supervisor, like I mentioned, in their Stokesdale, North Carolina location. As a production supervisor, you would oversee and manage the manufacturing processes and assign to duties of the department, and you would supervise about 20 employees. You'd also organize and monitor the workflow and make sure that everything is accomplished in terms of the desired manufacturing results as well. So for this position, they would need someone with about 5 years of experience in a supervisor or technical leadership position, a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience, and they would really like someone that has experience with inventory management systems such as SAP. So if that role sounds of interest to you, you can type production supervisor into the chat. But I also wanted to mention, just while we have you, that this provider, this client Masonite, has different positions across the country as well. So they have roles in Virginia, Texas, North Carolina, like we mentioned, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin as well, across several different business lanes. We have human resources positions, maintenance technicians, continuous improvement leaders as well. And Masonite, again, is a very, very veteran-friendly organization. We've hired many interns into their programs that have stepped into full-time permanent positions. So if that client, if that company sounds of interest to you, you can just type Masonite in the chat and we can provide the full list of their roles that they're hiring for as well. I think we had a question and I just wanted to address it quickly before we moved on from this section. I believe Chris asked, what is the difference between a cohort and an internship? Okay, so internships are, like we mentioned, the DoD SkillBridge internships. Those are internship opportunities that you can see kind of on the job training as you're transitioning from the military, hopefully into a full-time permanent position following your transition as well. Most of the internships that we offer through Hire Military do not operate on a cohort. So that means that we can work to your timeline as a service member when you are available and align your start date with our client as it works for them. Some of our roles are based on cohorts, for example, the Texas Instruments positions, and they have certain start dates that are lining up throughout the year, just to make sure that they can provide a really great training experience for all of the candidates that are onboarding at that given time. They work in cohorts. So cohorts are just something that are based on if there's a specific timeline that they need people to start by. Otherwise, all of the other internships on the website can be done on an individual basis for your timeline as a transition service member. All right, and I think that's all I have. If there's other questions about SkillBridge, feel free to keep typing them in the chat. We'll try to get to them at the end of the broadcast today.
All right, thank you very much. So that was all, like, just some of the highlights from the SkillBridge opportunities that we have available. Again, you can see, just go to our website and you can click on the SkillBridge opportunities and see all the other ones we have available. You can see full job descriptions. And it's the same thing with the direct hire jobs I'm going to be talking about now. And this is for veterans, military spouses, this is, the whole veteran community. If you're transitioning out, you can't get into a CSP or SkillBridge, these opportunities are for you. The first one that I'm going to talk about is a director of operations position in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is like just east of Charlotte. but realistically, this is within the construction, telecommunications, utilities industry. And you're basically going to be accountable for overseeing, managing all construction operations. That's going to be, supervising approximately 6 other project managers within, that Charlotte metro area, going down to the South Carolina a little bit, because that's all kind of the same general area. You're going to be scheduling operational assets and meeting required completion dates for the projects. What they really need, somebody with effective management operational skills, managing assets at these different locations. So, you're transitioning out of the military, you're a veteran, senior enlisted, you've led teams in different geographic locations simultaneously, managing all the assets at different locations, managing all of those timelines, holding those project managers accountable. This is for you. Sound decision-making skills based on risk assessments, that leadership is huge. And you're really developing the project managers and helping them with their progression. They just need a highly capable individual that you can work well under pressure, because it's go, go, go. And they need somebody that can be able to handle all of that, handle any type of stress that comes up in deconflict problems, scheduling, logistical assets, things like that. And you're working directly with the VP of the company, who's an Army veteran, very great person to work with, easygoing, like great person to talk to. And so if you're in that North Carolina area, you want to relocate to the Charlotte area, it's about 25% office, 75% in the field. Company truck, company gas card. You're very independent, and it sounds like an amazing opportunity. But if you're interested in that, you can put director of operations in the job or in the chats, and then we'll get back to you with that. The next one I have is a maintenance supervisor, and this is in Florence, Kentucky. Think that Cincinnati, Ohio area. But this one, you're responsible for supervising the maintenance responsibilities of the team, including you're doing predictive maintenance, equipment repair and rebuilds, electrical, refrigeration, grounds equipment, noise control, maintenance of training programs. But you really do need to have knowledge and skills in the technologies of general construction, electrical systems, electronic systems, microprocessors, mechanical systems, very familiar with occupational hazards, EPA regulations, USDA regulations. This is within the food manufacturing industry. They really do want 4 years of previous supervisor experience. And then again, all those other things I mentioned about, the maintenance on electrical equipment, mechanical equipment, especially that refrigeration is huge. If any type of ammonia refrigeration, that's a big one, because that's a lot of what they use there. If you're interested in that, you can put maintenance supervisor into the chat. But the last one I'm going to talk about is a couple different ones, but data analytics out in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. So looking for a data analytics cloud engineer and a solutions lead. But they're both working in a direct role with one of the big 4 accounting firms in Tyson's Corner. Requirements, they both include a requirement of a secret clearance, bachelor's degree and DoD experience, in particular Army systems type of cloud experience. About 5 to 8 years of the relevant experience working in that type of position. And then the cool part, you're making, mid 100K annually. But they're seeking, passionate leaders, strong vision, a desire to stay on top of trends in the data science, big data industry, architect networks, storage, and other cloud services supporting large-scale system deliveries. You're going to function as a senior manager, so you're going to be overseeing a lot of different folks within the community, and you're going to deal with key business issues, working with the clients. There's a high growth, high visibility, and ample opportunities to enhance your skill sets there too. So there's a lot of progression. That's actually with all 3 of these ones, all different companies, that there's a lot of opportunity for growth within each company. Especially with that maintenance supervisor, there's opportunities to grow there. There's a ton of different things that's available for you. Again, these are just 3. Well, 4. This last one was kind of 2. But a whole bunch of other ones are available on our website. You can go there, see what's available, read the job description, start tailoring a resume, because you can only submit one in the system, but have one prepared so when we reach out to you, you have something ready to go. I can go all day about the resume thing. I'm going to stop talking about that. Again, if you're interested in any of those, whether it was the SkillBridge ones Kate mentioned, the direct hire ones I mentioned, put it in the chat, so let us know, and we'll reach out. Lucy, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate your time today. We've had a couple of questions. I'm going to lead in with those before I talk my talk. So Jason asked, can you share the date and the time again for the LinkedIn workshop? Of course. 2 things, Jason. If you go to the event section for this event today, you will see it. If you go to Higher Military's post yesterday, you will see it. But if you don't want to do all of that, if you bookmark or place hold next Thursday, November the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern time, it's through the USO Transitions team. So you can go to USO Transitions on the web, search through into their events. You do have to register for it. So everybody needs to be aware you have to register to get the Zoom link ahead of time. So that's the first one. Second of all, Joel has asked, and lots of people have given him some great information, but let me just share my 2 cents as well. Is there any mentor or personnel to help veterans for job searching, resume, etc.? Absolutely, Joel. There are so many organizations, nonprofits that support this piece. Somebody in the chat mentioned ACP. ACP is an awesome mentorship program where they connect you to a mentor in industry who can really support you and be your sound, your talking piece, your like sound piece to back and forth and brainstorm ideas. But in terms of the operational piece, I strongly encourage you to register either with USO Transitions, like I just mentioned, or we partner closely with Hire Heroes USA. And they do all of that. They give you for free, or they match you up with a career counselor who really walks you through every step of the way. They help you find roles. They work with you beforehand to identify what your priorities are when it comes to searching for roles. So they do that pre-piece. And then when you do find somewhere that you would like to submit an application to, they'll help you with your resume to optimize your application and to make it as strong as possible. So definitely connect with one of those two, and ACP as well. Always better to have more resource on your side than none at all. So finally, I've got a couple more opportunities to share with you today. First of all, we work with a company called Skillstorm. They have multiple SkillBridge internship opportunities on the IT side. They are all remote. And if you are already a transitioned service member or a spouse, they have IT training programs for you as well. So they are actively seeking transitioning service members, vets, and military spouses for their full-time immersive tech training programs that are free to you. So if you are interested in hearing more about that, drop a link below. Their courses generally tend to be about 16 weeks, and they set you up with skills needed for successful careers in cloud, cybersecurity, Java. The courses start every couple of weeks, so there will always be a course that will be open to you based on your timescales if you are looking for that in terms of a SkillBridge internship and you are sort of set on your date. So definitely drop a comment if you're interested in hearing more about that. In addition, we have an awesome opportunity that we are amplifying on behalf of cyber vets. It is a company called CMS is working with cyber vets, and they have a sponsored Veterans First workforce development initiative dedicated to transitioning service members. So this is SkillBridge. They are looking to put you in a cybersecurity training program. But the one piece that they are dedicated to is you don't need to have any IT experience. The parameter around that is they are looking for people with the full 6 months, the full 180 or thereabouts. So if you are interested in a cyber skill bridge that is remote and you have more or less the 180 that they are looking for, hit us with a comment that says cyber vets below, and we will share that information with you. In addition, if you are looking to go down the entrepreneur track or route post-active duty, we have an awesome company to hook you up with. We work with an organization called Veteran Service Brands. It was set up by a vet. Everybody in the organization is a vet, and it is an entrepreneurship. It is a franchise opportunity open only to those who have veteran status. So it is a home away from home. And essentially, they have 4 brands that you can pick from. One is parking lot striping. One is athletic field markings. You catch the theme here. One is epoxy flooring, and the other is house painting, residential commercial painting. So they have 4 opportunities there. They set you up for success. They set you up with everything you need: marketing, training, a mentor, a buddy, an organization that is fully supportive of veterans and only has veterans within it. So awesome company. We love working with them. If that's something that you're interested in hearing more about, drop us a comment. And finally, one last organization that we are amplifying their opportunities and socializing on their behalf is a company called Acuity International. Now, they provide process and tech-based critical services to the government and other commercial enterprises around the world. So they have roles at the moment in Somalia and in Iraq, and they are looking for veterans to fill those roles in various positions within security, intel analysis, and medical tech. So if you are looking to divert yourself back overseas, do a role like that for a couple of years, a year to two, definitely hit us with a comment and we will share the information there for you. Wow, you guys, we are there at the past mark. I was going to say 10:30, but that's only for me in Alaska. Most of you guys are on Eastern time, so 2:30. We have had a couple of questions today, but I think we will take the opportunity to answer those in the comments. But before I round up and finish off, Matt, Kate, is there anything that you wanted to add at all before we say goodbye?
Nope, that's it.
Take that as a no from you as well, Matt. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are here every Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and we really look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a wonderful Veterans Day weekend. We hope that you get a chance to acknowledge and recognize and celebrate that with your families and your friends, and we will see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.